I also hope that Tom and Jerry does too, but I don't really know if I believe it will. Because, everybody, Tom and Jerry's being rebooted one more time again. We're doing a cartoon sometime. Can we talk about that? Come on. So the Cat and the Mouse Act is back one more time. Rashida Jones, Will McCormick, and Michael Gavier are coming in to be writing the next Tom and Jerry movie. Now, this is through Warner Brothers Animation, so we're bringing it back animated form. The last one that came out during like the whole kind of COVID time. It was released digital. It didn't really have the whole big theater run like a lot of these. Didn't do that well. I thought it was all right. It was fine. It was fun. It was like live action mixed with animation, but like this is something that's gone back a long time, and I kind of wonder if there's even an audience for this anymore, because the last one didn't do as well. Is there an audience for it now? It started back in 1940, which is Hanna-Barbera China Times. It was like way back then, but it did win. Like I had, you know what I mean? It was like a long time ago. 114 shorts. It won 7 Oscars. And honestly, it's done a lot of stuff, but I just don't see it really that this is like a big thing that can make big bucks. I just don't see it. I mean, who's the audience for this? I mean, I just don't know. I love Tom and Jerry. I do love like what Simpsons did. They kind of made Ren and Stimpy kind of off this too. I love that because Tom and Jerry was very brutal at times. Very brutal. It was like when Roadrunner was chasing
abusive.
Coyote.
And it was like pretty intense. Like the way that Tom would or Jerry would Tom and Jerry. So the way Tom would handle the cat. Yeah.
Yeah, Tom's the cat. The Tomcat. Yeah.
Tom's the cat. Yeah. Tomcat. No, yeah, he was like really abusive. Super
abusive.
Yeah, like
that is like, how is this even a thing? You know,
I don't know.
If you go back and watch this is what it was. And I just don't think they would do this same thing anymore. I just don't think they would. And which changes the whole kind of dynamic of the show. But
it's like what we were talking about with Archie Bunker. Same thing. This kind of violence towards somebody else is not acceptable today.
Yeah. So, GR, do you think that Tom and Jerry can succeed like it used to?
No. Again, it's just not. I'll watch it because I love the cartoons. I mean, I watched them growing up. What I saw were repeats, of course. But, But I loved them. They were crazy fun.
No, they did the live action before, GR, with animation. Do you think this is better to take it and do just full animation? Do you think that would do better than they did? Because that Looney Tunes movie, they tried doing that one, and that one didn't even come out. We talked about that so many times. So do you think that WB can actually have a win with this one?
It won't be. I think it'll do all right. I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to win any Academy Awards or $1 billion, but it'll make some money. Because there are people that.
Could it suffer that same fate, GR, where it never gets released, you think?
I don't think so. I think it'll make the screen.
Okay. I'm intrigued. I don't know, GR. I feel like it's tough. This is a tough thing to sell these days, but animation is always different, right? We're getting the animation. Maybe we can target towards kids, but then it's not going to be Tom and Jerry because I just don't think they're going to have like Tom beating each other up or Tom beating up Jerry and Jerry beating Tom up. And, I just don't think we're going to get that. I would like to see it though. I mean, I still love Tom and Jerry. It's just like a time, like almost like a relic of the past in a lot of ways. I was surprised that last one even came out. Angela, what do you think about it? I see the gears moving, Angela.
Yeah, the gears are moving. I think the risk with this is that they risk over modernizing, right? Like, and losing the original charm of what Tom and Jerry was at the time that it was. It just doesn't. I mean, they can try and do a rendition here of like this, a reboot. And I think at the same time with the reboots that we're having, I do think it's kind of, we're getting fatigue from all the reboots. So I mean, some are fine. I think some are nice, but it's just becoming too much of a reboot universe at this point. We've talked about this before, right? Like there's so many other things, originals that people could be working on or doing instead. They want to be like, well, this made money here. We want something. They want a familiar brand. They want a familiar name. They want to get it out there because it rings people's ear bells. It gets their eyeballs going like, all right, let's get butts and seats and see what we can do on dollars. It's not really about like, I mean, I guess it's about like, yeah, how creative can we get with this? But yeah, they risk, and a lot of these old classics, they risk just over modernizing. So I don't know. It depends on who's working on it. Like Laura was talking about, I mean, your team matters, who you're working, what you've got going, script, all that is going to be a really big determination. But I like it. It was just it was just abusive growing up, like the two of them.
Very abusive.
I mean, I think they're going to have to like really dial that in a different way. I'm interested to see how they're going to, change that maybe. I don't know, because kids see that and it's like,
just do it.
Mom, I saw her and I'm just going to hit my kid I'm going to hit my brother with a bat, like Tom and Jerry movie did it. You know what I'm saying? So the kids, like, you socially learn what you see. So, I mean, they take that stuff home with them. They're like, well, we saw it in our cartoon, and so, I mean, I think that's why everyone's really careful now on what they
blame the movies for everything.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put it on something. It's your social environment. So if they're young enough, I don't know.
Laura, you worried about the children with Tom and Jerry? You worried about the children?
But I will say I do think that they're going to make them like friends or something, and that will ruin it. That's not what they are. I mean, there are times in Tom and Jerry, I do remember there were like little parts of the episode where they would like get along, like, but the other one didn't know about it. Like Tom would be stuck somewhere or something, and Jerry would, like, when he wasn't looking, like, out of a trap or something. So the episode could keep going. But I am a little skeptical on this one. I'll be very interested to watch the trailer when that happens. So who's voicing again?
They haven't even said any kind of voices. It just came out. They're just doing the writing right now. They're just putting the script together. So we'll have to see.
Ryan, you can do the mouse.
Oh, GR.
You know what? Rashida Jones can change because Rashida puts out really good stuff.
Yeah.
So
Will McCormick and Michael Gavier. I think they're working with her on the whole thing. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see about it then. I guess that gives me a little bit more faith. Some people are really good at taking things that don't fit modernly and creating a whole new thing out of them. I don't know. I'm also just interested to see. You said it's a movie, right?
Yeah, movie.
I'm trying to imagine long form Tom and Jerry, because the whole point is that someone said they played it in the theater between, the previews, and like, they were always just little segments. So I'm trying to
3 minutes. 3 minutes was the average.
Yeah. Is that the old one, Brian? The one that you have up is the one they already did?
This is the last movie that came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, see, they're kind of like friends there or something. I can't say that I watched it. So
they like worked in a hotel room. They worked in a hotel, and Jerry, Jerry, I think Jerry was like moved into the wall someplace, and Tom's trying to get him out of the hotel. That was kind of the idea of it. And then they had all like the main characters like causing chaos around them. But Laura, even like terrible. This one, like this is old Tom and Jerry. And I just don't think stuff like this flies. I mean, I don't think they'd be able to do stuff like this anymore with Tom and Jerry.
Oh my God, it was so violent. It's crazy how violent the show was. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be happening.
I just don't see it working out like that anymore. But what was the last comment I had here? Where Catherine, welcome to Cruise Control.
That's my brother.
Oh, okay.
Hey, John.
Nice.
Brother John.
Hey.
Karth.
How can you wait with reboots, though? No one seems to want to take risks on all new IPs at this point. It's true. As we say on Cruise Control, we're missing out on that fresh IPness. We don't have any of that these days. So we're waiting for it. But I just don't think we get it anymore because people are scared for, trying. We said it multiple times tonight, trying something new.
Well, and then the last sentence in that comment is hence the recent rise of video game movies and TV shows, which I love. Yeah. And everybody loves if they're done right, which so far, okay, I feel like I'm going to nerd out a little bit. I am a huge video game fan. Like The Last of Us was done where 50% of people really loved it. You loved or hated it. And I felt like it was a 50-50 split. I love The Last of Us because it was about human stories and very much the game is set that way. And I watched like the inside the episodes and stuff too. And they were like, it's not about you're not playing the video game. This is different. This is like, it's about these human moments. And then like I also kind of felt like I didn't really like the Resident Evil series with Mia Jo. Wait, who was it? It was
Yeah, it was Mila.
Mila. Yeah,
She,
like she's
I will butcher her name. Jovovic. Yeah,
Jovovich.
I'm gonna butcher. I butcher all names. That's my role on Cruise Control. Butcher names.
Yeah, but I like her a lot. I think she's great. Her performance is great. I just, because I'm like a video game nerd, I wanted to see more of the actual game storylines, right? And then they put out this other movie that like most people haven't seen. Again, huge game nerd. This is like stuff you guys don't know about me. They put out this movie called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. And it was great because it was really cheesy, but it fit the release era of the first, like, Resident Evil was, like, really big. And it was, like, when voice actors were just voicing games for the first time. It was PlayStation 1. And there's this great line in it where there's, like, they open, like, a door and they're like, it's blood. Chris's blood. And it's, like, really dramatic. And they put that line in the movie, and I just about lost it.
I love when they do that inside thing sometimes. It happens a lot. They just kind of sneak those lines in, and people are like, yes, yes.
Yeah, and it followed the first game to like a T. And I was like, this is what the first Resident Evil movie should have been. But anyways, I do think that's a good insight, is that, you know, we're so desperate for new material, and it's just reboot after reboot after reboot. So it's nice to get some of this video game writing in that has become on that level of like scripted television and movies.
Yeah, I love Last of Us. I've enjoyed Fallout's a lot. It's been a lot of fun too. The second season, I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
I'm hopeful that they keep doing that, riding that well, because again, we had, back in the day, video game movies weren't that great, but they're doing better now. It's working out better. I think on TV it works better too. Okay, Valarie, Tom and Jerry. We're gonna circle back.
Yeah,
what do you think? Have you watched much Tom and Jerry? And do you think that there is any world that there's people out there like screaming for this movie right now?
I've watched a lot of Tom and Jerry. Like, I watched a ton of it, and it was always like fun and interesting and captivating to me. And I think you could show that to any small child and it would be captivating to them. I mean, because it's like, it's hard to put onto movie format, because like the original was like no dialogue, and it was like storytelling through imagery and, music.
Oh yeah.
And so like, it's really hard to put that into an hour and a half, 2 hours. Well, I think, but I would love to talk to a child. Like, I need to call one of the children in the family and be like, hey, do you know what Tom and Jerry is? I want to know.
Where's Torbett? We need him, GR. Where's Torbett?
I bet you get a 0 on that one, Val.
Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, I think that you put it on, I think they'd watch it. I think they would be entertained. And kids will laugh at violence, so maybe they would enjoy the violence. I don't know, because like, what happened? But then I don't think you really know what's happening a lot of times when you're a kid too. You don't really recognize a lot of that stuff that's going on. That's why a lot of things go over your head when you're a child. You just do. Yeah. And I think they had these inside things because they were having fun. I would hope that this would do well, because you're right. It is, animation style will lead towards more children. But do you think that parents would maybe be kind of iffy of letting their kids watching this based off the violence these days?
Maybe. I guess I feel like it won't be that. Like, I can't imagine it would be that. I think people would probably go into it being like, oh, this is a modern version of Tom and Jerry. I don't think it would deter a lot of people, but granted, I'm also not a parent, so I don't know.
Yeah, me either. Luckily, not a parent here. I mean, one day, but I think I would probably be like, yeah, you guys should watch Tom and Jerry. It's fine. And I'd be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have my kids watching this right now. Because again, Tom is beating Jerry with a paddle over and over and over again.
He's using him like a ball. It's the ball. And remember those toys, like a ball on a string? He put him on his, this is awful. This is brutal.
I think GR has one in the background. GR, you have one?
Yeah, well, I had one. It was fun in games for kids, and kids didn't. And it's not. Maybe it's generational. I don't know, but we didn't take it seriously. I didn't go out and get a paddle and start beating my sister with it. You know,
Yeah.
I would have liked to at times, but well, you know, not always, but sometimes, you know.
Yeah, sometimes maybe you were thinking it. I mean, but yeah, but I hope not though, GR. I hope that never becomes a thing where that, you know, it would become like, oh, we're gonna, you know, kids are gonna start beating their brothers and siblings over Tom and Jerry. But then maybe that's why they're gonna change it.
I don't think so.
Maybe that's why they're gonna change it. I think they will change it. I think overall it's not gonna be the same. But we'll have to wait and find out. You know, Valerie, what are you thinking?
Well, I don't know. I can't imagine, like, Tom and Jerry is not the problem when there's so much other stuff. Like, my mom's a preschool teacher, and she was telling me about one of her kids was like, hey, can you help me draw this picture of Art? And she's like, who's Art? And he's like, Art the Clown. You know, I love Art the Clown. So, you know, I can't imagine Tom and Jerry from the 1940s cartoon is the biggest threat.
Can I ask you a question? Thank you, Brian.
Who's Art the Clown?
You don't know who Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies?
Oh, that guy. Yes. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Because that new one just came out. Not too long ago, like a couple months ago.
Yeah. The kids these days, they love the Art the Clown.
I had no idea. I know that movie did really well too. It did really well. So maybe that's a sign of all that too. You're right. Maybe Tom and Jerry. But then again, people try to find reasons to be like, oh, this is bad. But it is, yeah, I think PETA, I don't know. I think that it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon.
Brian said PETA.
I can see PETA being like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I can see it happening. I'm just saying. Everybody. The world we live in, I can see it happen. I'm like, it's a cartoon cat. Tom doesn't exist here. But then again, GR is not going to go make a paddle with the mouse and hit it like this, you know? It's not going to happen.
I don't know. So, is he? Are you going to do that, GR? Don't do that.
I only do that on Thursdays, okay?
The Punch Papa. Thanks, Peppy.
You got it, Peppy. Maybe take you a drink. Yeah, he would drink, or you should be drinking, GR. But Tom and Jerry is coming. I don't know if it'll be great or not. We'll wait and find out. I'm interested. And we have a great writing team behind it, so hopefully it is great.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.